Hello and welcome to Legacy IAS podcast. Today we have a very special guest. What was your initial strategy for the exam?
Do the basic things in a very good way.
UPSC preparation is known to be mentally challenging.
So the fear ended after my first attempt. But do not use social media. Keep yourself happy.
So how is it?
You need to prepare for this exam every day.
How did Legacy IAS Academy contribute to your preparation? Hello and welcome to Legacy IAS podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us. That is Rahul Kumar sir, who has secured AIR 141 in UPSC Civil Services Examination 2025. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's begin with.
Yeah.
So could you briefly tell us about your UPSC journey and what motivated you to pursue Civil Services Examination?
So basically I come from Bihar.
Yeah.
So right from the childhood we are told that this is what you should do if you are good in studies. And mostly it happened that when I went to IIT, I did not have a concrete plan that I will be writing UPSC.
Okay.
But then I went into some leadership positions in my hostel, then in my college. And there the work that I did, that motivated me and that cemented the idea that I should go into this field, into the administration field. And this is my calling. This is what I do, like I enjoy doing. So this is where the idea got cemented. And then one of my college seniors, my mentor, Shresth Anupam sir, he got all India rank 18.
18.
Yeah. And so I was motivated by him also that you should pursue this field if you want to. And he guided me throughout this journey. So this is how I prepared and how I got into civil services.
Okay. So it was deep rooted since your childhood.
Yes, the idea was there, but the pathway and the vision was not there. And
it was built in the process.
Yeah. And it is not possible for a student in class 12th or one who has just entered college to have a vision about what he wants to do with his life. So, but my college cemented that idea.
Great. Okay. So when you first started preparing, what was your initial strategy for the exam?
My initial strategy was to keep it simple, as simple as we can. Because we hear a lot of noise in this UPSC industry. There are too much of materials available, too much of guidance. So I just wanted to focus on the basic things, do the basic things properly, and then God will take care of the rest. So initially, I just wanted to cut off the noise. So that was my, keep it simple as you can, and you'll make it.
So it is not as complicated as it is in our head.
No. The more complicated you make it, the more difficult it becomes. Because every now and then a new information comes up, every now and then a new booklet comes up in the market. So but as human beings, we also have some limitations. So we'll have to work on that limitations, but honestly we'll have to pursue what we want to do, what we want to achieve, and keep our preparation as simple as possible. Do the basic things in a very good way. Do not miss out on that.
That is actually helpful.
Yes.
So as you might be aware, like UPSC preparation is known to be mentally challenging. So what were some major challenges you faced during your journey?
I was mostly like cut off from many people when I started this preparation. Because as I said earlier, that you will have to cut off the noise. Because if any random guy calls you and he starts telling about his life, naturally we are all human beings, no matter how grounded, how humble we are. But at one point or the later, we are bound to feel sorry for ourselves. So that was one major hurdle, that I was cut off from many people for 2 to 3 years. And I wanted to do that only. And again, the most fear that we get is the fear of missing out, FOMO, that we call it. Like, this material has come, my roommate is studying this material, he is giving that test. And as I said earlier, that as human beings, we have limitations. We will not be able to do everything. So that I also faced, that FOMO I also faced. But when I appeared for interview in my first attempt, then I got to know that even if you do not do everything, you just do the basic things in a very good manner, you will sail through. So the fear ended after my first attempt. Till my first attempt, I had that fear, the fear of missing out. But after that, that fear ended. Also, there are mental health challenges.
Yes.
Because you'll have to keep yourself motivated. And no matter the vision that you have on the very first day that you decide to write, maybe it could be a very big vision for the nation or for the society. But to get up every day at 8 and to go and sit in the library or to come to coaching every day and write those notes, every day you cannot tell yourself that you are going to change the nation or you are going to transform the nation. You need to buckle up every day. Consistency.
Yeah.
And so that was also a major issue. And my advice for that will be that you try to live a good life, like eat some good food, keep yourself happy.
Yes.
If you get happiness by talking to someone, by eating something good, by playing a sport, by watching a sports, by developing a hobby, so this is the right time to do it.
Yes.
So that you remain consistent in your preparation.
Yes. So it's like we need to have a vision, clear vision, but along with that we need to enjoy our life too.
Exactly.
Together.
Like every day you need to prepare for this exam every day. Day by day you'll have to continue, you'll have to sustain yourself. Sustainability is the key. Like I've seen many aspirants who study for 2 months very rigorously and then they give up. Like for 6 months they don't even touch books.
Right.
So if this loop keeps on happening, then it will become very difficult to clear this exam, because one most important thing this exam demands is consistency and discipline. And that will come if you are motivating yourself every day by little things. Maybe watching a cricket match, maybe giving yourself a treat. Like today I have read for 10 hours. Let's go to my room and eat something. Maybe watch a web series, maybe go and watch a movie. But do not use social media.
Yes.
That will be my advice. Do not use social media. Keep away from social media. Keep in touch with your friends. Keep yourself motivated. Do not do anything which demotivates. And social media is one thing because it is such glamorous and instant gratification thing. They will demotivate you in the long run by seeing that how my friends who are in the private sector or some are getting married, some are
distractions.
Distractions. You'll have to cut down on that.
So regarding motivation, I have a question.
Yeah.
So is it majorly that comes from within or it's extrinsic outside thing?
So there are two types of motivation. One, for the long term, like why do you want to join UPSC? That very question. So that is the motivation that you'll get right in the beginning, that whether you want to make a change, whether you want to prove to your parents that I'm a worthy son or daughter, or whether any major thing that you want to achieve in life, that is the major motivation. But now if we talk about the motivation again to get up every day, to go and study for 10 hours. So if we talk about that motivation, then that is both intrinsic as well as extrinsic. Like there can be someone who you look up to, who may have cracked that exam.
Yes.
Then intrinsically you might be interested in reading something. Like I enjoy reading a lot. So knowing about new things. My optional was political science, so I was interested in diplomacy.
Yes.
What is happening? Because at the end of the day, it's about how well you have read things, how well you have understood things, no matter how much motivated you are.
True.
It's about sitting down and reading and understanding those concepts. So one motivation is also about that knowledge that you consume, that about economy, about your society, about ethics. So if you enjoy reading, then it will be a natural motivation for you every day.
Yeah.
If you have good friend circle in which you debate about things, in which you talk about the world affairs, that can also be an added motivation.
Right.
So these little things you'll have to keep in mind so that you can sustain yourself in the long run. It took me 3.5 years to crack this examination. It's a big, long time.
Journey, yes.
Yeah. And for every day in this 3.5 years, you cannot think that I'll change the society, I'll change the nation. You
That's
need those,
realistic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Be realistic and keep those little things happening. So they'll sustain you in the long run.
So next thing would be like, how did Legacy IAS Academy contribute to your preparation and overall understanding of this exam?
So when I joined Legacy IAS, the one thing that I decided that I'll make the class notes, I'll stick to them and I will stick to one basic book along with it. And this will be my advice to all the aspirants. Like if you are coming here, if you are investing your time and money, then you should also have faith in the faculty and the director and in this whole system. And that faith is that you come to class, you make the notes, you study them, go home, you study them, you ask your doubts. Do the simple things that we used to do when we were in class 10th, when we have just started our education, when we are in class 12th. The one thing that I have found in this UPSC journey, that everybody wants to do something which is very, like, which they have not done anywhere, like in the whole education system, and just they have forgotten that they are also educated people. They did their 10th, they did their 12th, they did graduation, and then they have come for UPSC preparation.
Yes.
But even if you will also observe that sometimes it feels as if they have forgotten their whole UPSC journey. Like, how do I study? What should I study? Like, these are good questions.
Yeah.
But 90% of the answers are within you.
Right.
And Legacy IAS helped me in clearing all my doubts that I had. They mentored me throughout my prelims, mains and interview preparation. And this is what the role of a coaching should be.
Right.
It should be a guiding light. It should not be like a truck pulling you like every now and then. It should be a guiding light. It should help you where you are stuck.
Yes.
Like this is, and where you are stuck, you should know about this, that this is my weak area. How should I strengthen this?
Yes.
And this is how Legacy IAS has helped me, and this is how anybody can take help from here.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. So, and also, can you share your experience of mentorship under Pawan sir and Sagar sir, and how did their guidance help you?
So I have scored well in GS2, like
GS2.
114, and ethics also I was hoping a little more, but I got 104. So above 100 in both the
great,
papers. And I took guidance from them in both these papers, like for my answer writing, for some of the concepts that I was not able to differentiate, and for all the basic materials that I had from here. And mostly it was also some motivation from them, like how should I pursue during the interview stage, answer writing. And these are the kinds of help that you can get from the faculty. If you ask your faculty that prepare a study schedule for me, then that is not going to help you.
Yeah.
Because we all as students, we have different study schedules. We all have different reading habits, studying habits. You will have to incorporate your faculty into that. And I incorporated them into my study schedule. I asked them my doubts and they cleared it then and there itself. So this is how mentorship should be.
Yes.
And this is how you should take help from your mentors.
Great. So basically it's like your study strategy, but the guidance will be given by your mentors.
Exactly.
So that was really helpful for you.
Yes.
Okay. And so specifically if I ask for prelims and mains particularly, like what was like one strategy that has helped you crack in the, like you have cleared all the 3 prelims,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So what was that particular strategy which we miss out sometimes? So what is that thing that we need to focus more on?
Like I said in the beginning, that if you keep it basic and simple, you will clear all the stage in this examination. Like if I talk about specifically about prelims, you stick to the class notes because you have given a lot of time invested a lot of time in coming to the class, sitting here, making notes, understanding things. So that is the first. If that is done well, 90% of the work is done there itself. Then you refer to a basic book, which everybody, Lakshmikant for standard books, Lakshmikant for polity, NCRT for geography, Spectrum, ancient medieval history like NCRT, both any new or old, it doesn't matter. So any book, one class notes, one basic book, and you incorporate both. Whatever is missing in the class notes, you incorporate from the basic book, and one source for current affairs. Just one source, read it multiple times.
Okay.
And all these 3 should be complemented with PYQs. That is a very important thing. For the last 10 years, you analyze the PYQs, you see what type of questions UPSC is asking, and you do develop a habit of cracking those MCQs. Because ultimately, it doesn't matter how much you have read, how and what you have read. It matters how you are tackling the multiple choice questions that they have asked. So when you analyze the PYQs, you will get an idea about how does UPSC make something wrong.
Yes.
How does it make something wrong, and how you will have to you can avoid it.
Yes.
So, and give tests like 10 to 15 tests so that you get climatized to the environment, to those writing in 2 hours, and the PYQs. So only these 5 things. Now what I see that people Like they go run after so many modules, so many current affairs, like thick booklets, and every coaching like publishes their own current affairs booklet. And I see that most of them, like all those who are not able to clear prelims, they study a lot, they consume a lot, and they do not revise. Till the very last day, they are consuming knowledge only. They are not able to revise things. So when you are not revising, that basic fact will not come to your mind in that pressurized environment. But when you revise 2 to 3 times, you do just one source, you revise it multiple times, so that on that very day you are able to recall that fact. So this will be my advice for prelims. For mains, again, class notes, along with that your basic books that you have made, and for mains you make your own notes. Like topic wise notes of GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, one pager, and your optional, so that you are able to revise it when almost 1.5 months are left. And you write tests. Now what I see during the prelims and in the gap that is there between the prelims and mains, that people start writing for half an hour, for 1 hour. So this is where I like to add my idea, and this is not my idea actually. This is my mentor's, like Shish Anupam sir's idea. He told me just one thing between prelims and mains, that no matter how much you write, when you sit down for writing, please write for 3 hours. Even if you are writing 5 papers in 1 month, it doesn't matter. But when you write for 3 hours. Do not make yourself happy that today I have written for half an hour, tomorrow I will written for 1 hour. Because if you keep doing this between prelims and mains, you will not be able to complete the paper. And not completing the paper is a sin. It's a complete sin in UPSC mains. If you are leaving questions, you are just eliminating yourself out. So one concrete advice for all the aspirants is that write less, practice less, but whenever you write between prelims and mains, please write for 3 hours straight.
So
do not take a gap in between. Because if you develop a habit of writing for half an hour, 1 hour, on that very day when you write the main paper, your brain will stop working after 1 hour.
Right.
Or your hand will go slow after 1 hour. But if you have developed the habit of keep sustaining yourself for 3 hours, that habit will help you. And there's not much time between prelims and mains these days.
2 months,
2 months.
Maximum 2 months.
So there's no point of writing 1 answer or 2 answers. That you can do before prelims. During the month of December, like developing answer writing habit. But during prelims, in between prelims and mains, give tests of 3 hours. Only tests of 3 hours. Read in the extra time. If you want to write for 3 hours. So this was my strategy.
Okay, so that was actually helpful. Yeah. Thank you. And so regarding consistency, you have already told us that we have to keep things simple and make it like proper, regular and consistent.
Do what you like to do. If you like to play cricket, go and play cricket for 1 hour. Nothing will happen in that. If you are a foodie, have good food every day. Like, we'll worry about the health part after the selection.
True.
If you like going to parlor, go to parlor once in a month, or pamper yourself. In these difficult times, do not ask for pampering from someone else. Pamper yourself.
Right.
This will make you consistent in the preparation.
Okay. So, looking back, is there anything you would have done differently in your preparation?
Yes, there are a few things that I would have done differently. And one thing is that I listened to a lot of people, especially to a lot of my peers.
Okay.
Yeah, who are still writing exams. And again, that fear of I had that fear of missing out. And because of that fear, I missed out in my 2 attempts. If I would have kept myself calm, that this is my strong area and this is my weak area, and you don't have to study everything whatever the other person is studying. You don't have to know everything whatever the other person is knowing. I would have maybe made it to the finalists a little bit earlier. So this is where, yes, this thing I would.
But I think it's a natural thing of human being. Usually, psychologically,
exactly.
It's
Yes.
It happens.
It happens. So.
Sure. So finally, sir, like what message or advice would you like to give the aspirants who are currently preparing for UPSC, like this generation? Yes.
One advice that I already gave, that keep it simple, as simple as you can. believe in your mentors, believe in the coaching institute that you have joined, believe in Legacy IAS, and you will make it through. And believe in yourself that no, it is not an exam which is cracked by ChatGPT and aliens. Simple human beings crack this examination. First thing is that. Second, not only to aspirants, to most of the youngsters, that please start consuming knowledge. One thing that I have seen, even my JEE preparation, like IT days, and during my UPSC preparation, that people who consume knowledge are very apologetic. You will meet people like, sir, what are you doing in metro? Like, let's say I'm traveling metro, I meet someone. What are you doing? Sir, I'm preparing for UPSC. I've given 4 attempts, nothing is happening. He will, like, his shoulders will be down. Yeah, but he may be a very knowledgeable person, and he would be a very knowledgeable person, but he's very apologetic about it. But when you meet someone who is, red hair, spikes, he'll be very cool. Right? People who consume drugs, people who smoke, people who drink alcohol, they're really cool. They believe that they are really cool, and people who consume knowledge, they believe they're very apologetic. Yeah. So this I would like to change. Even if you are not able to make it, there is nothing wrong that you are doing. You are just studying and consuming knowledge, and helping someone to consume knowledge is the noblest thing that human beings have done. That is why me and you are sitting here. That is why this technology has developed, because some people have consumed knowledge and they have used that knowledge to develop this technology, and that is why human race has developed. So this is my second and most important message to aspirants will be that you are doing a very noble thing. You are doing nothing wrong. Never be apologetic about whatever you are doing, both the faculty and the aspirants, that it is the noblest thing that you are doing. You could have done nothing better. You can mint money at any stage in your life, but you cannot consume knowledge after a certain age. So be as knowledgeable as you are, read as many books as you can, develop a reading habit, and if you become a civil servant, be a very good civil servant. If you are not able to make it, do not be apologetic. You are more knowledgeable than 99.9% of the population. Be happy about it.
So be happy about our efforts.
Exactly. Yes. Never be apologetic about it. Never and never. Always be humble. Even if you make it, always be humble, even if you are not able to make it. Anyways, you will do something very, very good with your life, because you have that extra knowledge with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir. It was really helpful, and your words, it helped me personally too, and also I hope it helped all the aspirants who are watching this video. And thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.